My son, where will I sleep tonight?
I don't care. Just get out of my house.
Get out of my house. The young man's angry voice echoed across the village. The old woman dropped the basket she was holding. Oranges rolled across the ground. She looked at him with tears in her eyes. My son, where do you want me to go? The young man pointed toward the dusty road. I am not your son. Leave before my wife comes home. The villagers stood frozen. Nobody dared to speak. Only one old woman whispered, if only he knew the secret buried with his mother. The young man heard those words. He laughed, but before the next sunrise, everything he believed about his life would change forever. Many years earlier, in the quiet village of Obodo, two sisters loved each other more than anything. The older sister was kind and gentle. The younger sister had a little baby boy with bright, smiling eyes. One rainy season, a terrible sickness spread through the village. The younger sister became very weak. As she lay on her sleeping mat, she held her baby's tiny hand. She called her older sister close. Please, she whispered with her last breath, raise my son as your own. Tears filled the older sister's eyes. I promise. That same night, the younger sister died. From that day on, the older sister became both mother and father to the little boy. She never got married. Many good men asked to marry her. She smiled kindly and said no every time. My son needs me. She worked in the hot sun every day. She carried firewood. She farmed small pieces of land. Sometimes she went to bed hungry, so the little boy could eat first. When he wanted to go to school, she sold her only goat. When he needed books, she sold her favorite wrapper. The villagers often said, no mother could love a child more than this one. The little boy grew into a handsome young man. He finished school. Soon he found a good job in the nearby town. Money began coming into his hands. The woman thanked God every day. My son has a bright future. Months later, the young man married a proud woman from another village. At first, everything seemed peaceful, but little by little, his wife began filling his ears with poison. Why is that old woman still living here? People will think we are poor. She's only a burden. The young man stayed silent. Each day, his heart became colder. He stopped eating with the old woman. He stopped asking how she felt. Sometimes he walked past her without even saying hello. The villagers noticed the change. One afternoon, while the old woman was sweeping the yard, the young man walked outside. I have made my decision. She smiled. What is it, my son? You must leave this house. Her broom fell from her hands. What did I do wrong? My wife wants her own home. The old woman slowly packed her few clothes into an old basket. She looked around the house she had built with her own hands. Without saying a word, she walked away. That night, she slept inside an empty market stall. Rain fell through the broken roof. She hugged herself to stay warm. Back in the house, the young man slept peacefully. Or so he thought. The next morning, an old village messenger knocked on his door. I found something hidden beneath your late mother's sleeping mat. It was a small wooden box. Inside was a folded letter. His hands shook as he opened it. The letter read, My beloved son, if you are reading this, I am no longer alive. The woman you call aunt is the reason you are alive today. She gave up marriage, happiness, and every dream she had just to raise you. Never let anyone tell you she is not your true mother. If you ever hurt her, you will break my heart even from the grave. Tears filled the young man's eyes. The letter slipped from his hands. Every memory rushed back. The nights she stayed awake when he was sick. The days she ate nothing so he could have food. The smiles she gave him even when she was tired. He fell to his knees. What have I done? He searched the whole village. He searched the farms. He searched the river. Finally, he found the old woman sitting beneath a large mango tree, quietly selling roasted groundnuts. He ran toward her. Before everyone in the market, he fell on his knees. "Mother, please forgive me." The villagers watched in silence. The old woman gently lifted his face. Tears rolled down both of their cheeks. "I forgive you the moment you sent me away," she said softly. The young man smiled through his tears. "Then please come back home." She looked at him with kind eyes. "My son, love can forgive." She paused, "but trust takes time to grow again." From that day, the young man visited her every single day. He built her a small, beautiful house beside his own. He cared for her with the same love she had once given him. And every child in the village grew up hearing one lesson. The greatest treasure in life is not money. It is the person who sacrificed everything so you could become who you are. Never forget the hands that raised you, because one day, those hands may be the only ones reaching out when the world turns its back on you.